I made a post earlier. I made a post like a few days ago on Instagram and on YouTube about selling Lillian's bike. Posted it for sale, and of course, as soon as I post that it's for sale, I get like flooded with DMs and people asking me why we're selling it. What does she not want to ride anymore? What's the problem with it? Like, why don't you guys want to keep it? And I figured it would just be easier just to make a video and explain why we're selling it rather than just reply to a bunch of messages. So to keep you guys from being confused, I was gonna just let you know why we're gonna sell the 85. But first, let me read through the comments. Kevin says, good evening. What's up, Kevin? Yeah, it's like 6 o'clock right now. Let's see, it's you know, still light out over here, but sun's getting ready to go down, so we've got a little bit of daylight left. Harley says, let me buy it. Yeah, you could buy it. So I posted it for sale for $4,750. And let me explain to you why I came up with that price. The reason that I came up with that price is because I went through all of our local listings like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist, and I looked to see what there were comparable to this bike and how much they were charging. And there weren't very many. There was only a few, and they were like, let's see, there was one for like 49. There was one like mid 5. So basically what I did is I just posted it for a little bit less than all the other ones listed. So that way, if anybody sees a KTM 85, like 2020, 2021, 2019, if anybody sees a KTM 85 or Husky 85, ours would be the cheapest. So that's why I listed it at that price. Please bark. Please bark. I need a treat then. If I'm gonna bark, then I need a treat. But that's why I posted it for that price. And keep in mind, guys, right now there's not a lot of 85s available. The dealerships all ordered theirs and they didn't get very many, and they didn't get as many as they wanted, and they're not getting any more for the rest of the year. So the dealerships are all charging over MSRP, and that's what happened when we bought Luke's bike, Luke and Mason's bike. Luke's bike is a 2021 TC85. Mason's bike over there is a 2021 TC65, and we both bought them, I think, at the beginning of the year. We bought them at like, was it? Let me fix the color here. My phone's having a hard time deciding where it wants to focus. Let me step out here a little bit. So weird. Okay, so oh, Brian, what's up, man? Come on, bark for your fans. There you go. Yeah, heck yeah, I'm not prideful. For 20 bucks, I'll bark. I'll do whatever you want. Thanks, Brian. Hope you're doing good, man. Appreciate you checking in and saying hi, and thanks for the love, bro. So we bought these bikes at the beginning of the year, and we paid about $7,000. We paid about $1,000 above MSRP. Lillian's bike, the 2020, we bought from Edge Power Sports, and I think we paid like mid 5, and it was a little bit like what was it, about a year ago. So it was still like in the pandemic time where there wasn't a lot of inventory. That's part of the reason why we had to drive to Utah to get it. But we're still kind of in this situation where there's not a lot of inventory. So that's why I priced it where I did. I wanted it to be the cheapest bike in our local market, but also wanted to sell it where we were getting the most that we could for it, obviously. So that's why we priced it at that point. I posted it a few days ago. It's still for sale. If you're interested, hit me up. So it is 11:58 a.m. for me. Nice. I have no idea where you must be, on the other side of the world then. So you're on a new day. You're on a totally different day than us. Some of the best barks you could buy, money well spent. I didn't even practice, man. I did not even practice. You got a few different kinds of barks. You can do like playful bark, you do angry bark, aggressive bark. I guess that's kind of the same thing. I didn't even know what kind of bark I was gonna do. I just went for it and it came out. Can you do a shout out for me? Tilly M, what's up? Tilly M, shout out to you. Everybody, listen up. Shout out to Tilly M. It's 2 p.m. in New Zealand. Really? How is New Zealand? Are you guys doing good? Are you guys happy? How's the nation as a whole? Is everybody enjoying themselves? Watch all the way from Wales. Here it's 2 a.m. Oh, really? So, 2 a.m. So you guys are 12 hours apart. Amy and Megan, you guys are 12 hours apart, just so you know. Everybody, I want you guys to know that. But anyway, so here's the deal, guys. We are very close to heading out and going back to Florida. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. And we don't have a lot of room as it is, guys. Check this out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bikes. We got 5 bikes in here. There's not a lot of room for anything else. Are we back? Sorry, it was lagging. I can tell it's lagging. It doesn't lag for me. Like on my end, I get all these lag comments. So for me, I see all the lag comments, so I know that the comments aren't lagging, but the comments say lagging. So there we go. Okay, nice. How much is it again? Okay, so I posted it for, let's see, I posted it for $4,750. Which again was the cheapest one in my local market. I think every market's gonna be different. I'm sure you can get it cheaper in other places. Fixed, yeah, nice. So like I was saying, so we've got these 5 bikes in here, and we also got the 125, and then we have, my dad's got an 84 Enduro bike that he said he would let me take to Florida if I wanted to. So there we got 4, 5, 6 bikes. Obviously, that's not gonna work. We don't have room for all that. Plus we're gonna try to fit some beds and stuff in here. We're trying to get rid of most of our stuff before we leave, but obviously there's gonna be some things like clothes and beds and dressers and stuff that we're gonna try to take too. So we got to get rid of some stuff. We're gonna try to get rid of the 125 and I'll replace it. I'll buy probably a 250 later on in Florida. I sold a few other things. And we're gonna try to sell Lillian's 85. And I gotta say that she was like really sad because this is her favorite bike. It was her favorite bike. She likes the Super Mini more now, but this was her favorite bike, her dream bike for a really long time. So I get it, like there's some sentimental value and it's hard to sell a bike, but she's being a trooper and she understands that it's gonna be hard with not having a lot of room. And also, rather than having an extra bike, we'll have more resources for her to like ride and train, which is really going to be the goal for her during the winter when we're in Florida, right? So we are currently not planning on doing any race series. It's like we don't have anything coming up where we're going to try to be competitive and race in the next few months. Really, the goal is just training. Like we may do some races here and there. But we're not going to do like a series or anything, right? Plus, the 85 is a little bit small for her. She feels more comfortable on the Super Mini. And if she's going to be training, she would rather train on the Super Mini than the 85 because it's more comfortable. It fits her better. So those are just some reasons why I feel like it would be better just to get rid of it now. Get rid of it right now. And then who knows, like maybe in a few months, she'll be fast enough where she can compete in the Super Mini class. Who knows, maybe. If not, then whatever. Maybe we'll buy another 85 and next summer she can compete in the 85 class with an 85 like this one. Like I'm obviously, if you guys have been watching for a while, if you guys know me, I go through bikes a lot. Like I'm not a kind of guy where I'm gonna buy a bike and then be like, yeah, it's not really a good fit for you right now, but you'll grow into it. So we'll buy this bike and keep it 6 months to a year. It'll be perfect for you. I'm not like that at all. Like when Mason when Mason was struggling on his Cobra 50 and he wasn't feeling comfortable, he wasn't going very fast on it, I sold it and I bought him a TTR 90, knowing that in a few months we would get him another 2-stroke, right? But I just wanted him to have something for a few months where he could get his confidence back again, where he'd be comfortable, where he'd be pinning it, where he'd be jumping things, and it worked. We went from the Cobra and went back to a TTR 90. He started going faster, and then after a few months, then we moved him on to the Polini, kept that for a few months, and then when I was like, okay, he's ready for a 52-stroke, he's on it, he's being aggressive again, then we moved him on to the Husky 50. So, you know, that was in the span of like 6 months where we went through 3 bikes right there. So I have no problem in selling this right now, and I'm sure if we want to get Lillian something else later on, then it would be we could do that. We could get her, we could always find another bike like this. So I don't mind selling it now and then replacing it later in 6 months if we decide to do that. But Lillian's at a tough time right now where it's like she's a little bit too big for the 85, but her skill level, like, she's really, I like her in the 85 class. I think she fits in that class. She's not quite fast enough for the super mini class. She does okay in the women's class, but, you know, arguably she could go up to a 125 or a 250F if she wanted to. She's like in this weird in-between zone where I don't know exactly what's best or what she wants. So Samuel, can I have a shout out? Hey, I already did a shout out. If I do a shout out to you, then it will diminish the value of the other shout outs that I already gave. But you did say please, so sure. Shout out to Samuel MX. Hey mate, love the videos. Could you ever come to Australia? Yeah, there's a lot of talk about us going to Australia. I think that would be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty rad. What if we could only afford to bring 2 people? Who should we bring? Like me and Mason? Or should we just send Luke and Mason? Or who would we want to send if we could only get 2 people? Is her bike a big wheel? So the 85 is a small wheel. The Super Mini behind that over there is a big wheel. And she likes the big wheel better. She was a lot more comfortable. Oh, so we rode at Washougal a few weeks ago. A week ago? 2 weeks ago, something like that. And we had transponders on the bike. So I was like, sweet. So we're going to have Lillian ride the 85 with a transponder and the Super Mini with a transponder. And we're going to finally be able to see, like, is she that much faster on the Super Mini? Is she faster on the Super Mini? So she goes out on the 85 and is competing and like in battles and doing really good and stuff and pushing herself. And then she goes out on the Super Mini and is in the girls class, and like you got the fast girls who are way ahead of her, and then you got the other girls that she's a lot faster than. So she's like in this middle in between zone where she doesn't really have a battle. She's like all alone. So then she just starts cruising around, and I'm like, Lillian, your lap times were the same or faster on the 85. And then she's like, oh, well, I wasn't even trying. So I was really upset at her for that, because we finally had a chance for her to see how much faster she is on the Super Mini, and she wasn't even trying. Can you go to Australia after COVID? Yes, I think we will. Have you ever rebuilt it? I think right before we got it from Edge Power Sports, and they, like, Bryson Green is the shop owner's son. So Bryson Green raced this bike for a year, and then, I mean, it was professionally maintained by Edge Power Sports. The mechanic there was constantly working on the bike and maintaining it. So they did a top and bottom end right before we got it, and then we did a top end before we went to Florida. So I don't know, like 6 months ago. But Lillian isn't as aggressive as a rider, so there's still lots of compression. It still rides good, but you know, it could probably use top end here in a little bit if you wanted to, or it seems to ride fine too right now. Did you tell Lillian to try to ride a lowered 125? No, not yet. We would, I mean, we would have to get a 125 and then get it set up for her properly. And no, we don't have the money to do that right now. I'm getting a KX112. Nice. I love the YouTube channel. Ready, Set, MX. Right on. Thank you very much for that. Brought Vlogs. Thank you for responding. Michael, can I have a shout out, please? Okay, but just because you said please. Do you remember me, Crazy Caleb? Yes. Do you remember me, though, is the question. Dave says, hey, mate. In Latrobe Valley, Victoria, in Australia, we are out of lockdown now. Nice. Yeah, so I think it'd be cool. It'd be cool to chat with some people from Australia and find out what it's like there. How are things with lockdown, with rioting, with COVID and stuff. So maybe we'll have to do that one of these times. We'll do like a Instagram chat with some people in Australia and hear what kind of stories you guys have to say. Where in Florida are you guys going? We are going to Claremont, which is right outside of Orlando. And I really want to work with the kids like on corner speed. We are going to have some land there, but I don't even know if I'm that worried about like building jumps or tracks or anything for a while. I just want to work on corner speed. I want to get on I want to get the kids better at corners. I want to get them like really good at corners. So obviously when you guys watch the videos, I'm sure I'm the same way where I'm like, can you just get on the corner just like a second or half a second sooner? Can you get on the gas in the corner or something? So I want to get the kids a lot better at corner speed, and if we can, I mean, we're going to train as much as we can financially. Obviously, it'll depend on how things are going over the next few months, but I would like to get them to train a lot just for once, just finally be able to just like give it 100%, let them have 100%, give it their best, and see how they could do, see how far they can go, how good they can get. And maybe, who knows, maybe they'll get really good and be really competitive and get to the next level, or maybe they won't and they'll be like, no, I'm good, Dad, we're not really wanting to push that hard or race that hard. And I'm fine either way. Like I won't feel like we're wasting money even if they decide they don't want to race anymore. Seriously, I think just them having that experience of pushing themselves and seeing how good they can get and making themselves better riders, it'll add value no matter what they do in life. I mean, it'll make them good free riders if they want to just go ride. For the rest of their life, they'll always be safer, better riders. So that's the goal. It may be kind of wishful thinking, but we're going to try to make it happen. So just talk on like finances. Like in Florida, it is a little bit cheaper. Tracks are cheaper than here in Washington. Training's cheaper than here in Washington. But we went to the sandbox and we were doing 2 days a week for a month, and that was $700 a kid. So if we were to do that, you can do more, you can do 3 or 4 days, but let's say we just did 2 days a week. That is $700 a kid, $2,100 a month just for 2 days a week in training. And that's not including gas, it's not including like going racing and stuff like that. So can we do that? Can we sustain that? Can we do more than that? I don't know. We'll see. But we'll do the best we can. And like I said, I'm willing to give them like one winter where we just go there and train and see how good they could do, how much they want it. I know every once in a while, like we have this talk every couple weeks. We have the talk of, are you enjoying this? Are you having fun? Do you want to keep going? Do you want to get better? Do you want to keep racing? And I think they are at a point right now where they want to try to get more serious and see how good they can get. So come to Victoria, Australia. Okay, I'll put that down. How many times am I going to put it down? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. How many times did you say that? 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. We'll come and then we'll be like, hey, we're here. Now what? How much is the bike? This bike right here, we got it for I think like 5.5 a year ago. It's basically in the same condition as we got it a year ago, and right now we have it listed for sale for $4,750. If you want, make me an offer though. I will buy it, says Deegan. Okay, yeah, message me. And how is your day, Mr. Brandon? Very good. It's been a good day. I've been working on a video. My goal is to get the next video up tomorrow. It is the second motos of the race that I posted late last night or this morning. And honestly, to be honest with you, the second motos are a lot more entertaining than the first motos were. And that's what sucks about YouTube, is because I know the second motos are going to be better, but I have to get through the first motos, and I have to post the first motos before I can get to the second motos. But then I want, like, sometimes the second motos are better, or this video is better, but then people watch the other one, or this video takes off and gets more views. So I hate it when that happens, when sometimes the best videos don't always get the most views. Just kind of depends on the thumbnail, I think. It kind of depends on YouTube, what they promote. But regardless, I think the video tomorrow, if I get it done by tomorrow, will be pretty good. Why are you selling the 85? Good question. You're, I don't know, 10 minutes late though. I just went through all that. So I'll be quick though. The reason we're selling the 85 is because we have so many bikes. We don't have a lot of room. We're moving to Florida. We need room and we need money. So that's why we're selling it. We're selling the 85 because Lillian has a Super Mini. She's riding the Super Mini. She's better at it. And we're just going to have her ride the Super Mini for a while. That's why. Why are you selling it? I just said you need mods, LOL. Do you like to hunt? I can't say that I do. I've never really been hunting, really, ever. But I'm trying to think of things to do in Florida other than riding. And I guess there is some hunting in Florida. There are some places you can go hunting, and they do have like boars, like wild boars and stuff that you can hunt. So I think that would be pretty cool. PW50 is a cop. Do you like 4-strokes? I do like 4-strokes. Obviously, like, the kids all ride 2-strokes because of their ages. Smaller bikes, mini bikes are all 2-strokes. I'm sure if they are serious in racing, they will eventually start riding 4-strokes. My next bike will probably be a 2-stroke, just because they're cheaper and they're easier to maintain. I'm not serious in racing or anything. I'm not trying to like be the absolute best that I can. So I'm trying to get my face to not be like glowing in the dark. I don't know, it does this on live videos all the time. And it's creeping me out. Do you like bananas? Not really. I'll throw like a banana. I'll throw on a banana in a blender with a shake. I'll do that. And I'll throw a banana like on a peanut butter sandwich too. That's what I'll do. But just a banana by itself, not really. Shout out. Wait, shout outside. Shout outside. I already barked. What am I going to shout? What age did you start riding? I don't know. I never got seriously into riding, so I don't even know if there's like a good age that I could claim this is when I started riding. When I was a kid, like 3, we had a little Z50, and I used to ride it around the backyard. We used to go camping and take bikes, but I didn't have my actual first race bike until I was like 12. I got a YZ80 when I was 12, but I never raced it. I don't think I raced until I was like 17, and I got a YZ125, and I raced that at a few local tracks, Woodland, Washougal, Salem Arena Cross, but I never got out of the novice class. I was always like, by the time I got into it, it turned out that everyone was really fast. Like all the 125 riders were already really fast by the time I got into it. So, hello, show the bikes. Okay, give me a second. I'll get up in a second. I already showed them, but I'll show them again. Get a YZ125. I have a YZ125, and I'm going to post it for sale and probably get a 250. How many bikes do you have? So, We've got the 125 that we're gonna sell. We've got the TC85, the 2020 we're gonna sell. This is Luke's TC85. It's a 2021. We've got the Super Mini right here, which is a 2020, and then we've got Mason's TC65, and then we got the pit bike over there. And my dad, I'm probably gonna do a video about this too. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it. But my dad bought a XR500 back in 1984 and then sold it. And then the guy that he sold it to turned it into like more like a street bike and ended up selling it back to my dad like a few months ago. So my dad is getting up there in age, doesn't really ride anymore, but he likes to buy stuff. So he bought the bike back, and he like doesn't have any use for it. He doesn't have anything to do with it. So he asked me if I wanted it, and it's actually pretty fast. It's a 500. It's an XR 500, but I guess it has a big bore kit on it, so it's a 550. And I think it has a pipe on it from XR's only or something. But anyway, it's pretty much like a street bike though. It's got street tires on it, and it's geared for street. So I'm thinking, like my dad says I could have it if I want it to take to Florida because he's not going to do anything with it. So I don't know. I haven't decided for sure what we're going to do, but if we got room, if we could fit it in here, then I figure like why not? Maybe I'll take it. 69 likes, sheesh. Somebody ruined it. We're up to 70 now. Samuel says, bro, come to Corpus Christi, Texas, and have your kids ride on my little track. Hey, that's a possibility. We're going to be driving through, I don't know, are we going to go through Texas? I don't know. We're going to go through Utah, and then last time we went from Utah to, where'd we go? Utah to Colorado, and then Nebraska, and then Kansas. This time I think we're going to go down through southern Utah and then do like Arizona, New Mexico, and then Texas. So I don't know for sure. Sometimes we're like, we just change our mind. We're like, no, let's go this way, or we look at the weather or whatever, but we'll see. There's a good chance we'll come through Texas. My dad has an 86 CR500 and I'm 12, and on Saturday I'm going to try to tackle that beast. Nice. Yeah, those a CR500 is going to be totally different from the bike that we have, but I've ridden a CR500, and they are, you gotta be really like, you just gotta be like careful on it. You have to manage, you gotta be more responsible with the power, I'll put it that way. And they do vibrate a lot, which I don't know, maybe the one I rode vibrated a lot, but maybe they all do, I don't know. Have you ever met any of the Deegans? Not a single one. No, I've never met any of the Deegans. When we were in Florida, I found out they were at like Dade City. I think I was watching a video and I was like, oh, they were just at Dade City, which was like an hour away. Had I known, then maybe we would have went and tried to say what's up to the Deegans. I'm assuming they might be at Minio's, so maybe we'll go to Minio's. I don't know if we're going to ride, but maybe we'll just go watch. Michael A. and the Hizzy. What's up, Michael A.? Are the kids homeschooled? Yes, the kids are homeschooled, and they've kind of been that way for a long time. Like, Lillian did first grade. Lillian's 14 now, but she did first grade at a public school, and then in second grade, she was doing homeschool. So the kids were doing homeschool long before, like, we were doing YouTube seriously or, like, riding dirt bikes seriously. Back then, Lillian was doing gymnastics, and some of the other girls that she did gymnastics with that were like serious, they did homeschool because gymnastics, they started like in the middle of the day. So, and she did like 8 hours a day of training. She was like pretty into it for a while. So we would have to pick her up from school and then take her in the middle like of the day to go do gymnastics, and yeah, and then we stopped doing that after that. How do you say that? Go to Nachado Cheese, Texas. I'll have to look up how to pronounce that. Are you a religious family? I don't know. I mean, we try. We don't go to church every Sunday, but we try to be good people and stuff. When you get to Australia, go to Parwin on the weekend Saturday. Okay. Already making plans. We're already making weekend plans for Australia. What age did Luke start riding? So Luke, I'd have to look up like on the videos to see when he started. I think 2017, so like 4 years ago. So Luke was like 8 when he started riding, just like on a little TTR 50. I think he was like 8, and then maybe like 9. We did a couple races. He rode like a 110 in a couple races, and I think 2 years ago was when we started doing like his first series. He did his first series on a 65. Van says, hi. Come to OPMC dirt bike track at Port Angeles, Washington. Yeah, we've heard about that place. We haven't been able to make it. We're like on the other side of the state, so we haven't been able to make it there yet. When are you guys heading to Florida? We may leave next Monday or the Monday after that. I don't know for sure. When you get to Australia, go to Parwin. I already read that. All right, so XX Scuba Skix X. What's up, man? Says, love vids and seeing the kids develop their skills. Keep up the good work. Best wishes from the UK. Ah, thanks, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. What else we got? Shout out requests. Skyfly says, hi. You should come to Monster Mountain MX on your way to Florida. It's an Alabama amazing track. Look up the biggest track in Alabama. So I think did the Reeds just ride there? Monster Mountain MX track. I think I saw the Reeds ride there, and I want to do that. I want to go up to Alabama, and I want to go up to like the Carolinas. I think that's where Chad Reed's track is, up in the Carolinas. Can you make a tip tricks video? What kind of tip? Like what kind of tricks? Like riding tricks, racing tricks, tips, videoing, like editing. I don't know what do you mean. Cooper Sharp says, I've been stuck in my room, quarantined for the past 3 days because my parents got COVID, and I'm about to go insane because they won't let me out and go outside, even to ride my bike. Dude, that's not cool. Can you like go ride your bike as long as you don't go around people or talk to people? I got COVID like a month ago, and I will, if you ever see me or if you want to hear about it, I will tell you my experience with it, but I don't want to say it on here because YouTube is very they take down videos or channels for talking about things like that. So I don't want to get into it, but I did have it, and I got pretty sick, and had to take some medicine to get better. Okay, how long did it take for Luke to get used to the YZ85? So the YZ85 is a bit different from the TC85. The TC85 has a different power band. KTM85 has a different power band. It's more broad. It's like more manageable. The YZ, which honestly I think that the YZ sounds better. I will admit I think the Yamahas sound better than the Huskies. But the YZ has a harder hitting power band. You have to get it more. You have to give it more gas to get it going. But once it gets going, it hits a lot harder than the TCs. I think it took Luke a long time to get used to that. It took him a long time to get used to that hit and being able to handle it and manage it. But eventually he got it, like 6 months maybe, I don't know, a few months. But I think he would have got used to the Husky a lot faster. If we got him a Husky before we got him the YZ, I think he would have done a lot better. How much for the Husky? We are asking the very low price of $4,750. And we've got a lot of messages. We've got a lot of people interested. Also got a lot of messages from people not so interested, but pretending to be interested. But if you're interested, let me know. Have you ever been to Montana? Not that I remember. I don't remember ever going to Montana. Have you ever been to New Jersey? No, I've not. I bet it. I hear New Jersey seems pretty cool though. Seems like a good place to hang out. You should come to Georgia. Georgia's rad. Man, we went to Georgia and I was surprised because the Georgia tracks were kind of like Florida. Like southern Georgia is like almost Florida. It feels tropical. And I didn't expect that. I did not expect southern Georgia to be so tropical, which makes sense, obviously. You're right next to Florida. But southern Georgia was awesome. It had sand, but it was like, you know, like thick clay sand. It was really cool. Y'all need to go ride at the Millsaps training facility. What if we could do that? What if, I just had an idea. You gave me an idea. Whoever that was. Who are you? Where'd your comment go? Dirt Bike Newbie. What's up, man? Appreciate the comment, Dirt Bike Newbie. What if we could do this? What if we could go to all the different training facilities like Club MX and go to Baker's Factory? I don't know. Does Baker's Factory even do like, oops. I don't know if they even do like amateur training or not. But what if we could go to all the different training clubs and then review them? Review the track, the facility, the trainings. That would be cool. That would be pretty cool. But I don't know how good of an idea that would be, because we found doing YouTube that when we try to do reviews of tracks, or if we try to critique tracks, Michael A, thanks so much for the dono, man. I appreciate that. $5. We will put it to good use. I promise. Thank you very much. If we try to like review local tracks, it turns out that some of them got upset and they felt like we were like bad mouthing them because if I mention you guys, or if I mention the track was overwatered or underwatered or under maintained or something, turns out they don't take that very well. So in the future, I am trying to be better about just being positive and saying positive things about the tracks that we go to, and just being grateful that we have a place to go and we have a place to film and stuff. Voltage RC, thank you very much, man. 2 donos back to back, Michael A and Voltage RC. I appreciate that. So in the future, I'm just trying to be more positive and uplifting and say good things about local tracks. I don't know, how do I put this? I want to be of value, add value to local tracks, people that are making a business out of or working hard to give us a place to ride. So that's what I'm trying to do in the future. My husband just started tickling me and I very nearly threw my computer. Crisis averted. I saved the tech. Is that how the dono happened? Like, he started coming and tickling you, and then in midst of tickle fighting, you accidentally made the donation. Like, what if you threw the computer and then it made like a donation? If that's the case, let me know. I'll give the money back. Anyway, so appreciate that. Voltage RC, thank you for that. Hook up with Barshow while you're in Florida. He's a good guy. Good idea. He's got a good YouTube channel too, huh? Like, his content is really good. I know it's not, you know that he's not the one like editing the videos. You know he's not the one responding to comments, but whoever's doing it does a really good job. When are y'all gonna get a 125cc? So we do have a YZ 125. It's an 05, and I think that we are probably going to sell it, and I'm gonna get a 250. I don't feel like I am aggressive enough for a 125. In order to properly ride a 125, you have to hold it pinned, and you got to be just like fearless and good. And I'm not that good. See, people don't understand this. People like misunderstand that when you have a faster bike, it will kind of like cover up your lack of skill. Like if you're not very good, let's say you don't have good corner speed, you can still like just you can still just get on the gas at the last second and then hit a jump. Where on a 125, you have to have really good corner speed. You got to be able to carry momentum in order to make it work. So 125s are great for people who are trying to develop those skills. For me, I'm probably going to need like a 250 to keep up with my kids. When is the kids' next race going to be? So honestly, we have done a lot of races and I'm trying to catch up on the footage. So we are behind on the race footage. We might go race. We'll probably go race at PIR tomorrow night. The kids want to go to Woodland this weekend. I don't know. Weather doesn't look great. We're trying to leave town. So I don't know if we're going to make Sunday happen, but there's a good chance we'll be at PIR tomorrow night. You should make Lillian ride the 150. I don't know if she would. She would claim that's child abuse. I don't know if she would. Lillian's bike. It's nice how much. We have Lillian's bike posted for $4,750. Again, how I came up with that price is if you want to sell a bike, here's what I did. I went to Craigslist, I went to Facebook Marketplace, and I went to OfferUp, and I searched for KTM 85s and Husky 85s, and I mean, if you need to, you can look at other bikes too, but those are probably your best comps. So I went and looked at those bikes. I looked at like stock bikes. I looked at 2019, 2020, 2021. Lillian's is a 2020. I got confused. I thought it was a 2019. Then when I checked the title, it's a 2020. Her YZ85 was a 2019. So that's probably why I got confused. But anyways, so I went and looked, and there's not many. There's only a few. And the cheapest one that I saw was was 49. So I priced mine just below that. I priced mine at $47.50, just so mine would be the first one, or the cheapest one if people are looking. Izzy says, please shout out. Are you guys staying in Washington? No, we're heading out very soon, like later this month, to go back to Florida. What happened to the house by the lake you were thinking of getting in Florida? We are on our way there very soon. By the end of the month, we'll be there. Samuel, bro, you gave me a shout out earlier. Can you put it in the comment section? You gave me a shout out earlier. Can you put it in the comment? What? How do you want me to type in the comment section? I don't even think I can do that. Can I type in the comment section? No, I can't. I can't. America Fook y'all exclamation point. America Fook y'all says no shout outs. Sorry guys, no shout outs. He means business. I have 2 Chinese bikes for 5 years. I have maxed out the bike, so now I'm going to get a KX 100 for about 18. Wish me luck. Nice. Yeah, dude, that's a good way to do it. Like, you don't need to, if all you can afford is like a cheap pit bike, just start out with that. And honestly, you might have more fun on a cheap pit bike than an actual race bike. So yeah, get a pit bike, mess around on that, and then eventually, if you can afford a more expensive bike later on, then go for that. Club 57 is a great training facility and is located at WWMX in Florida National. Yeah, we have not been to that track. We did, let's see, in Florida we did 3 trainings. We did one at Spider MX with AJ Canzaro. We did one at Orlando MX, which we ended up really liking. Like the track, like the coach. I think we'll probably work with him in the future because I think he did a really good job. And then we worked with the Moto Sandbox, and we really like them. They do a great job too. But here's like the challenge, because every coach is a little bit differently, or teaches a little bit differently. Every coach is a little bit different. So I wonder if you bounce around from coach to coach, if it's like counterintuitive, where one coach is gonna try to like move you in one direction, but then another coach is gonna like be teaching you different things. So I don't know. Like one time we had one coach say one thing, and then another coach at another time asked the same question, and Luke gave the answer that the other coach said, and then that coach was like, "No, that's wrong." So, but at the same time, maybe like each coach has different advantages and disadvantages. So if you could like pick and choose the best from each, I don't know. But coaching is definitely really good if you can afford a coach, if you can get a coach. And it makes sense. Like when my kids were doing gymnastics, if they just showed up at the gym and just messed around and just did whatever, they wouldn't be progressing very fast. But if they have somebody constantly critiquing them, move your arms this way, put your put your legs this way or whatever, like swing more, pick up your knees more, kick more, then you're going to progress a lot faster. So anyways, I was talking about that earlier. Training is really expensive. We're going to try to do our best to train as much as we can this winter, and we're going to try to give the kids the opportunity to finally like be serious and see how good they can get. But who knows? We'll see how it goes. It's kind of just depends on how much we can afford. Whatever we can afford. I was like, for 6 months, whatever we can afford for 6 months, we'll let you guys train as much as we can and then see where it goes after that. Maybe you guys, who knows, they'll be good enough to start going to like big national races, or maybe they won't. Maybe they'll be like, no, we're done and we don't want to race anymore, or now we just want a free ride. I'd be totally fine with that, because whatever they learned, whatever discipline they have, and whatever skill set they have, they'll take on with them for the rest of their life. And they'll be better, safer free riders for the rest of their life. So I'm okay with like 6 months. We're going to put all of our effort into it and let them train as hard as they can, see what happens. Maybe they will, get to that next level. Maybe they won't. Maybe Mason will and the other kids won't, or maybe Lillian will and the other kids won't. Whatever. If my kids were like, dude, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to wakeboard or snowboard or whatever, I'd be like, okay, fine. Right now we can really only do one, because it takes all of our resources have to go into one sport. But if they wanted to like switch sports, then I'd be like, whatever. No pressure. Let's see. Fook in French is the F-bomb. Okay. Thank you, Carter Jackson, for that awesome comment. Samuel MX should type in the comment section after the live video ends. You can. Yes. What do I type again in the comments? You should let the kids design their own merch. Good idea. That would be a cool thing. You should take the kids on some trails and see how they go. Yes, we do need to do that. We need to go do some trail riding and stuff. Can we meet up at Parwin Motorbike Track, please, after COVID, and do a vid when you get there? I don't know. I'll have to look up where that is. I'm not sure where that is. Parwin Motorbike Track. I'm not sure. Michael A says, no, the donation was intentional. LOL. I need a plot revenge now. Okay. All right, go get your revenge. You should take the kids on some trail. Yes. How much for the dirt bike? For you, I will do it just for right now. Okay, I was charging $4,750. For you, I'll do a flat $4,700. You could just like enter it in the donation page if you want. Can we meet? Yes, I already said that. Get Luke to coach me, please. Okay. I wish I could race with you guys, but I live far. That is a bummer. That does suck when you live far. You should let them design their own graphics. I wanted to do graphics that kind of all matched, at least for once, but maybe eventually we will let them design their own graphics. Why don't you do what the Deegans do, make a track somewhere around and get the kids a trainer to help out? Actually, we are going to Florida, and we are going to make a track so that they could train, or so that they can like practice and train. I think that will make a big difference. If they can just work on corners every single day, I think that would make a big difference. Having a trainer come would be a good idea. Like, I could see the value in that, having a trainer come and just focus on them and watch them and critique them. But I also feel like riding with other kids a little bit faster pushes them to go faster too. So, but I do agree with you. I think that would be a good idea. I've always wanted to race bike, but we don't have the money. Yeah, Izzy, sorry to hear that. I know the feeling. We started out with like pit bikes. We started out with BMX bikes, honestly. Like, if you go back early videos, we just did BMX because that's all we could afford. Blair, thank you very much for the $2 Canadian dono. Says, get a CRF 150R. That would be an awesome pit bike. Actually, like, if you were gonna get a pit bike, I would get a CRF 150. That would be rad. Can we meet at Parwin? You already said that. There should be like a feature on here where people can't copy and paste more than 5 times. After that, you can't keep doing it, because I read your comment and then I keep seeing it again and again and again. I want to race Mason. Okay. Is there any coaches in Washington? Yes. So there are some coaches in Washington. And we've done a few coaching sessions in Washington. Like I was saying earlier, though, like, none of the coaches here have their own facility. So you can't just like go to their facility to be trained. You have to go to the track, and then they don't usually rent out the track either. So you have to go to the track during a practice session, and then you'll have like a coach work with you. We've done that a few times, but honestly, it is also more expensive here. The coaches charge more here than in Florida. Some of the coaches here, like local kids that have tracks, the coaches here will go to your private track. We don't have a track here. That's part of the reason why we want to go to Florida. Like, the place that we're staying here in Washington costs more. It's like a small little place, and it is more expensive here in Washington than the 20-acre lake house that we're going to in Florida. It's way cheaper in Florida. Everything's cheaper in Florida. Do you recommend a KTM 85? Yeah, so I mean, we've got one basically. We've got 2-3 of them. So yeah, I would recommend them. It cracks me up when people don't think I'm funny. Because I put the Husky 85 for sale, and I put some like hashtags, and one of the hashtags I put was hashtag better than KTM. And like, obviously it's the same as KTM. So I thought it was funny. Hashtag better than KTM. But apparently I pissed people off because they were like, you know, KTM fans have to go off about how KTM is better than Husky. But Brandon, will you coach me? I don't know. Like, we try not to get into videos where we are doing trying to teach people or instruct people, because we aren't like the experts. We're learning. We're not the best at it. So I don't know if we are good about doing like how-to videos for right now. Maybe later on. I mean, if we're riding with someone, if we're friends with someone and we're riding with them, then yeah, I'll give them some tips if I can. But I feel like we are still learning ourselves. So even like working on bikes, like I don't do a lot of videos on how to change a top end or, you know, change a tire, things like that, just because I'm not an expert and I don't think it's as fun. Like, making those kind of videos is not that entertaining. It's not that fun for me. Our channel is more of just for entertainment value. I don't encourage people to look towards us as as a authority or for knowledge on how to ride or work on bikes. We're just here for like entertainment. Hopefully you guys get some value for some entertainment. Like if you look at like Crusty Demons of Dirt from the 90s, the like motocross videos, for me the most entertaining part was when like Seth Inslow was trying like a crazy jump over his head. You know, for me that was the most entertaining thing. So we try to do that. We know we're not the best riders, but anytime someone is pushing themselves or doing their best or trying to push themselves beyond their capability, I think it's entertaining at any level. So that's what we try to do. Riley Higgins, shout out. Sure, yeah. What's up, Riley? How's it going? Tilly M, can the kids say hi, please? Kids, can you say hi? Say hi to Tilly M. Hey Tilly, how are you? There, they just did it. I'm just kidding. The kids aren't here. So the kids are at home, but I just came over here to do something with the bikes, and then I was like, hey, I'm gonna do a live video. So sorry the kids aren't here. We will do a video with the kids soon because I know that's more entertaining for everyone. But for right now, a few more comments. Anybody else? You gave me knowledge of having a great time as a family in the sport. Thank you. You have done more than enough. Ah, that was an awesome comment. I appreciate those kind of comments. So I do get some like messages like that where somebody says like, hey, I didn't want kids, and now like I see you having fun with your kids, and now I want kids, or something like that. Or you know, I'm more excited about going and taking my kids somewhere. I have more energy, or I have a greater desire to go take my kids to do fun things because I see you having fun with your kids. Like, that's cool. I appreciate that. So I will take that any day over the you taught me how to change a top end like comment. So I'm cool with that. There's plenty of other YouTube channels that are more into the nuts and bolts and the how-tos, like the Dirt Bike channel. Like, he does a really good job of explaining how to do things, how to work on bikes, how to maintain bikes. Like, he's got a video like how to load your bike, proper way to load your bike in the back of a truck. I don't feel like filming myself and doing a voiceover and explaining how to. I don't feel like I don't have any interest in doing that. Like, I could do it, but then YouTube becomes a job. Then YouTube becomes work, and I want it to be fun. So I just want to go and have fun with my kids. And sometimes it'll be funny, and the kids will say something funny, and we'll make jokes. And sometimes that'll come through in the videos. Sometimes it doesn't, and the videos are just like, you know, us riding. But I try to make them entertaining. And if that adds value, then I'll take that over teaching someone how to change a tire, change their oil any day. Carter Jackson says, we make a motocross track at our new compound, and my dad decided to make a 60-foot gap jump right after a turn. I love the vids. I'm heading out. Thanks very much, Carter. That's awesome. Congrats on the new jump, and maybe we'll come jump it sometime. Luke will jump it. My dad ordered a KLX 140 big wheel, so that means I have to pay for gear, but my dad said he would help pay for gear, so I have a little bit of money. So what sort of upgrades should I put on the bike? I don't know. I've never had a 140. I've never had one. I would say a pipe. Maybe put a pipe on there, and I don't know. Like, you can get like a VHM head. I don't even know if they make them for 140s though. Maybe BBR. Like, go look at BBR. See if they have any aftermarket parts for a KLX 140. Who was the first kid to get into dirt biking? Is that what your question is? I guess it would be Luke. Technically, he was the one that did his first race, and then Mason did it the week after, I think. How much is Lillian's bike? It is $4,750. You should go to Bud's Creek. That would be awesome. I'd be cool with that. What is the best food to eat on a track day? Oh, best food to eat on a track day. I don't know. We bring like beef jerky. We don't eat healthy, actually. Like on track days, I will just throw like some Snickers and some Gatorades in a cooler, and just, you know, do that, and then we'll go get something to eat afterwards. We're not very good about that, but we need to be better. We'll probably be better in the future. Okay, thanks for the feedback. I don't know what we're talking about, but okay, cool. Michael Layback and says, what's the weirdest question or comment you've gotten, if you can think of one? Geez, I don't know. Like in the videos, I can't think of any comments or questions that have been weird. Let's see. We used to get, like, early when the kids were a lot younger, we used to get people that would ask me to do things with the kids, like drag them on the grass, or like tie their shoes together, or like, you know, do pranks on the kids. We used to get that a lot. Now I get a lot of DMs on Instagram, and I do get a lot of like kind of like weird stuff sometimes. And then, like, you know, can you rate my bike, or can you, I don't even know. Like, we do get weird stuff on Instagram sometimes. How much is the bike when new? How much is the bike when new? We paid about $5,500 for it. If you were to get one brand new right now, they're about $7,000. Once you're done with like tax and licensing and setup fee and, you know, all that crap. Hi from Tri-Cities. What's going on? Should I get a 110 or a 125? Depends on your height, I guess. I don't know. It depends how tall you are. Can I get a shout out? Sure, why not? I'm 5'4" and my YZ fits awesome. Nice. What is the bike for a 15-year-old? For a 15-year-old, get a YZ 125. Avery says, can I please be a mod? We're going to probably end this video, but you guys will do that again later. You can be a mod on the next one. Carson says, best channel in the world. Sorry for blowing up the chat, and you taught me that dirt bikes is fun. Nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hi from Oregon City. How's it going, man? Can I get a shout out? Sure, why not? Michael says lag. Dominic, I'm 5'11" and 170 pounds and a 15-year-old, and I fit perfectly, and wide gray on it. Nice. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close up the trailer and end this here because the sun's going down. We're losing daylight. Another cool thing about when we go to Florida is I tend to do videos later in the day. Like, I'm not a morning person, so by the time I get up, you know, maybe go to the gym, work on some things on the channel or whatever, reply to comments, then I like go out and get started on my day. And then at the end of the day, then I want to do a live video, but it's late. It's like 7 o'clock here, so it's like 10 o'clock on the East Coast. I guess maybe it's good for people in Australia, but the good thing about Florida is when it's 9 o'clock there, it'll be 6 o'clock for people over here on the West Coast. So maybe we'll get more viewers on the live videos. I'll be more likely to do more live videos. It's getting dark over here. But anyways, so this could be the last time you guys see the 85 in a live video. Obviously, we got more videos coming of Lillian. Oh, you guys, Lillian won she won her first race in the 85 class on this. Little spoiler, next PIR video, she won that one. So that was awesome. So anyways, so bye-bye. Thank you for the good memories. Hopefully we'll sell you soon to the 85. We still got Luke's 85. We got the Super Mini. We got the 65 over there. But thanks for hanging out, guys. We still got 98 people on here, so that's pretty cool. Thanks for being on for so long. Appreciate the comments. Sorry to people that I didn't get shout outs to, like Dalton here. Dalton wanted a shout out, and we're like at the end of the video. I didn't even get to do Dalton. I didn't even get to give a shout out for Dalton yet, or Izzy. Izzy wants one. All these kids, so all these kids want a shout out. So shout out to everyone who wanted a shout out, and we will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Peace out. Love you. Stay safe.